That's some strong ass wood. Damn. Okay, now we got to have an honest conversation. Folks, do you think that these young ladies were picked specifically for their rotundness, or do you believe that this is the actual size of the girls that are now available to be I guess cheerleaders or part of the band or whatever? What do y'all think? Is this like the fat acceptance thing going on, or is this just this is the pick of the litter? No pun intended. You catch it, you catch it. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Lizzo, I got your body doubles. I know I'm petty. I can be petty as hell. Yes, yes. Petty LaBelle. Yes, yes, yes. Tom Petty. So here's the thing. All seriousness. There is a health epidemic that has been taking place in not just this country, but most of the Western world. Actually, most of the world, civilized and uncivilized world. Developed and under or non-developed world, people getting fat as hell, just at unprecedented rates. And we can point to a few places, right? We can point to Big Food, who is in bed with Big Ag, I guess. Well, there'll be one and the same. And Big Pharma. Just be honest about it, right? They push this misleading information about food, you know. You need your daily quadruple portion of carbohydrates and sugars every day. Oh, that meat is terrible for you. That meat is going to cause chronic ailments and diseases. That's what they've been pushing to you, right? Even though the science says the exact opposite and people's lived experiences say the exact opposite. We have been thriving off of animal fats and animal proteins forever. The grains, the starches, and other forms of sugar have literally created a metabolic crisis in this country, as well as, again, now, unfortunately, most of the world is catching up to our obesity. But then there's another part of the conversation, because I always like to bring it back home, right? Now, as y'all probably saw, this is a very specific demographic. I'm guessing it's probably an HBCU or something of that nature, historically black college. And so, you know, you got the marching band and you got the Lizettes, the Lizzoettes, I guess we call them here, right? That's a high kick. I mean, I can't look. They are nimble on their feet. That is actually impressive, lugging all of that around. But if you notice, or have you been noticing, that this has been the common trend, right? I did some videos in the past, like you had this pool party and everybody was at least 250 and over. And I'm talking about 80% of them were women, just big. And I'm not talking about big old Amazonian 6 foot Wonder Woman. No, I'm talking about like 5'2", 5'4", 5'5". A couple 5'1" and 4'9" in there. Just big, just rotund. And you think to yourself, what is going on here? And I say to you, it's because that's culturally acceptable. Not only acceptable, but now it has been affirmed, right? The whole fat acceptance movement, which I believe is some type of psyop, because ain't no damn way. I mean, Big Food must be loving it. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Big Pharma is definitely loving this because they get to sell more pills. Big Food gets to sell you more food. Big Pharma gets to sell you the pills due to the food that you've been consuming, right? It's an incredible relationship that they have going on. But then you have the acceptance at an individual level. And I believe that's where the biggest problem is. All pun intended on the biggest keyword, biggest problem is. It's the fact that it's like, you know, you go to much of the South Whether you are Democrat or Republican, black or white, you see a whole lot of big backetry taking place in these parts of the country. There is a vast amount of big backetry. The backs are getting bigger and bigger by the day. The bones aren't getting bigger. You know, they say I'm big boned. There's no such thing. You got the same ass bones, but the back is getting larger. It's getting swoller. It's getting more and more rotund. And that comes from enabling. You are surrounded by people who enable your way of eating. Ladies, more specifically women, I'm going to have to target y'all because as fellas, more likely than not, you're not about to post a video of your big old self on Instagram and dudes are going to be talking about, yes, slay king, OMG, you're so beautiful, you're so, no. But in the world of women, that is on a regular basis. I've told the story before. The first video I ever saw on TikTok was a video of a woman who looked exactly like Precious. She looked more like Eddie in drag on what's the damn movie? Nutty Professor. She looked like Eddie acting as one of his own family members. Let's say he did like his girl cousin or something, right? She looked exactly like that. No less than like 400 pounds and just, homely looking individual. And this video had hundreds of thousands of likes. I didn't know TikTok yet. I didn't know the level of virality that took place on that platform, etc. And when I go in the comments, I swear to you, every comment was a woman talking about, yes, Queen Slay. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You are so beautiful. This girl's laying up in bed, looking like she just came off a straight bender. You know what I mean? I'm talking about just rows of Oreos. I'm talking about just stacks of Pringles. You know what I mean? This girl was getting the most, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. Thousands of comments, C's and C's and C's of comments. Do y'all think that this messaging was helping this young woman? Now, you may say so on one front, right? Well, it's building her self-esteem. She feels good about herself, etc. I completely understand the logic of that, or the non-logic, the emotionality of that. But the reality is this young woman is literally eating herself to death. That's what's going on there. Am I saying you should be rude, mean, and, pop off and be petty like I am sometimes? No, you don't have to be any of those things. But you do have to be realistic. With most of our guy friends or the men around you, they're going to point it out. It's not going to be, do I look fat in this? Oh my God, no. It's going to be, do I look fat in this? My answer is going to be, it's not that's making it look. That's not the reason you look. Don't blame it on the damn jacket. Don't blame it on the pants. They're not the ones that are making you look big as hell, right? They're not causing the big backetry. But that's going to be more helpful in the long run. Let's go out and work out. Let's go out and do this. Let's go out and do that. And it's funny because, I just had this image in my head pop up of there's an artist by the name of Dave Blunts. And he is the rapper who went viral for literally performing with an oxygen tank in, right? He's been in and out the hospital. The dude is he's at least 500 pounds, 500 something pounds, this guy, right? And I saw a recent picture of him in the gym with some other influencers. And obviously there were guys, and that's the world. Like dudes have been saying, yo, bro, you're going to kill yourself. Like this is all bad. No, don't do this. But yet when you had Lizzo, big as hell up there, right? Ending her own life through the addiction of food. Yes, queen. Yes. Fat accepting. Yes. Modeling. Boom, boom, boom. All of these things to just glorify the gluttony. And then what happened? She was having health complications. She was feeling insecure because that's the reality. And she started losing weight. Then what happened? All of a sudden, the same fraternity or sorority of women, the so-called sisterhood, turned on her ass. They turned on her. She was no longer a model for body acceptance. So no more body acceptance when you're doing what's best for your body. We're only going to accept your body when you're able to basically project back to us what we are, or when you're not competition for us. So they will celebrate you. They celebrate. Look, they over there gave these women a platform. And these would be the same girls talking about all these skinny bees and skinny bees this and skinny bees that, but are really still feeling very insecure about themselves. Imagine getting the job just because you're big. I would be so embarrassed. That day I would, if, okay, let's say they had like a roll call for like fat acceptance models, right? And I get one of the 5 or 4 spots. On that day, I'm changing my life. I'm going keto. I'm hitting the gym. Yeah, I'm doing high intensity workouts. I'm to hell with the car. I'm walking from this day forward. Because ain't no damn way. That is not a compliment when you are eating yourself to an early grave. I know I done took this way too far, but I came up on this video. I thought it would be something that we could go through, we could share together. And my goodness, this is not normal, folks. Black folks, all those chronic ailments, they're not coming out of nowhere. Oh, I caught diabetes. It was just in the I caught that type 2 diabetes. No, you didn't. It was your lifestyle. Oh, my grandmama had it. My mama had it. It's contagious. It runs in a family. Nobody runs in your family. That's the problem. We got to do better for ourselves. I'm telling y'all, health is wealth. You can't enjoy anything in life without your health. And it doesn't matter how many people may be egging you on, telling you, oh, you're this, you're that, you're so amazing. At the end of the day, you are leading yourself to an early grave. Do better for yourself. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there. Or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. But I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 365, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up, you know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises, you get to praising.